Is Trinity Oracles here. We are going to do a reading on George Floyd. We want to, will there be justice for George Floyd? First of all, we wanted to say rest in peace. This is an unfortunate incident that happened not only to him but to the rest of America. You know, a lot of people saw a man get murdered in daylight, and so this is affecting a lot of people. And a lot of people have been reaching out to Trinity, you know, asking us if we can, you know, see what's going to be happening. So, for those of you guys that do not know us, we are Trinity Oracles. We are three psychic sisters. We are healers. We are also spiritual life coaches and energy workers. So let's jump right in. And please feel free to comment. Please feel free to put your questions in the chat box below. And let's get going.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Mm-hmm. So question number one is, will George Floyd receive justice?
I know.
And for those of you, I just saw someone put a comment. They said, I've been crying all day. Please feel free to check out our Instagram. That link is in the description box below. I had put up a live. It's in our stories. We posted it about what those of you who have been hurting, and for empaths and for healers, what you can do. So check that out on Instagram. Go to Trinity Oracles Instagram in the link below, because this is affecting a lot. I even woke up, you know, really, really affected by this, and you know, I Spirit had gave me some things that I downloaded to help out all of you guys who have been hurt and traumatized by this. So let's see here. George Floyd, will you be getting justice?
Because we had to connect with his soul.
And my cards anyway.
Yeah, I did some pre-channeling. It was very interesting. He talks about like that incident. Like, it's crazy. He like walked me through it. He like showed like his heart. Like, he said he felt like the actual shutdown in his body. Like, he said that he was completely present as he was getting murdered. He's like, I felt the shutdown. He said he also felt he wasn't getting any oxygen. That's why he said he couldn't breathe. But then he also said he felt his soul actually leaving his body.
Wow.
But he's like, my soul left quickly.
Wow.
Because he was so present that he knew he was going to die. His soul was just like, let's just go.
And in the video, they had said he had called out to his mother. And unfortunately, his mother has passed. So, you know... And he's showing me my mother did come and get me as I was going.
There
and
was
a grandfather.
There was angels there too. I got that too. Like, when I saw his body there and I connected with him, because he keeps showing like yellow angels. Because he said that he went into complete panic mode like any normal person would. But they were like, you know, calm down. You know, basically like your soul's about to leave. You know, you're gonna be with God. And then he was able to let go and go.
Yeah. So his mother and his grandfather came and some angels, but. First with the justice for George Floyd.
I do see justice. I got the power card, but I got the conflict and defeat card, and it's gonna come with some struggle. Like, they're gonna try to fight to basically stand up for Derek Chauvin, the police officer, which they usually do. They're gonna try to use any George has gone through and try to make him look a certain way.
Yeah, I got there will be justice, but it will not be what
people want.
People want.
I got a yes and a no answer too.
So when Chauvin gets prosecuted, I do see mass riots after.
A big reoccurrence.
So you guys get ready. Okay. You guys think this rioting was big? This is nothing. Because when you guys find out the charges and how long he's going to be serving, a lot of people are going to be mad. I see George Floyd's lawyers. Is it Ben Crump? Is Ben Crump representing?
I have no
idea. George Floyd, but they're asking for life. I get 75 years to life. That's what they're asking. Chauvin is not getting that.
He's not.
You will hear a lot of newscasters say this is cut and dry. He's going to jail. He's going for life. He's going for 75 years or something of that nature.
We all saw what happened to George Zimmerman. He was charged, but he did not go to jail.
Exactly. I do see Chauvin getting jail time.
I do see that too. Because we both pre-channeled. We got like 20 to 25 years he'll be in jail. But I got the number, like, George showed me 24. So I think he might be in jail for 24 years of his life. And they might even like
I feel like he might even take like a not a guilty plea. Like they might say, okay, he gets 24 years to life, and he does maybe 7 or 8.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
Like, or like they might cut it in half. You know how they say like, oh, good behavior, and, and they
get out early.
get out early, or something
no,
of
they're
that
doing background
nature.
stuff.
Yeah,
They're doing background stuff. Like we were talking about that earlier. Where like he's giving like the police evidence or telling them stuff about certain people that they want evidence about. He's like, hey, if you cut my jail time, I'll tell you basically everything. So yeah, I got 20. I got he might get 20. I feel like he actually be in jail for 24 years.
Oh, you see him being in the whole 20, 25?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question is, will the other?
Wait, hold on.
Sorry.
So now people wanted to know about were you going into the other 4
I was
officers?
about to say that. Yeah.
Well, actually, I had something else though. Oh, this is not going to be a cut and dry trial. It is going to be so long. People are going to be like, it's going to go so long. People will be like, will there ever be justice for George Floyd? Like, are we ever going to have it? Now, Ahmaud Arbery, that's cut and dry. It's going to be like fast. This one with George Floyd, I'm going to tell you something. Whoever is running this case, the prosecutor or the investigators, they're being dirty. I feel like they are going to be... I just feel like everything's not so clean with these prosecutors and the people in the background and stuff like that. The police department is too proud. Like I keep getting, they don't want to give in easy. They're like, we are not giving in. We are not.
And I also got that George Floyd and the doctor, Derek Chauvin, that there was something with them getting into an altercation. It might have been physical, or they might have like almost got physical, but they had an argument because they said they both worked in the spot, and the woman who runs the place like, oh, they didn't know each other. That's not true, because George showed me, he said they either were pursuing the same female, because the police officer, he cheats on his wife. And then George and him had a little scuffle, like, oh, that's my girl, I'm gonna pursue her, like, you back off, like a very macho, masculine energy they should thing. And that's why he went after George the way he did, to get back at him, to show him like, I'm more dominant than you. Look at I can put my knee in your neck and ain't nothing gonna happen.
Exactly, because we had both, well, not both, all three of us, we had pre-channel that they had words with each other before, and this was recent, maybe like a year or two ago. And I see allegedly, like we're getting this allegedly from our guides, but I'm seeing George Floyd and Chauvin. I don't see Chauvin police uniform when this argument ensued. I see Chauvin regular clothing. I see him and George Floyd pushing each other and having words with each other, having words and pushing up on each other. So I definitely, they've had words before. They've had them. So,
and I also got George Floyd said, the police always looked at me funny when I was out and about.
Really?
Interesting. Yeah, and then also George, they said that the police officer, that he's gonna go to jail, but he's not gonna go to a regular jail. So he might be going to one of those like Martha Stewart cupcake jails, where either he's treated really good, or it's gonna be based like a vacation for him.
Someone says they were targeting him.
Oh.
Yeah, there's definitely some words. That Chauvin guy's been, I feel like allegedly our guys are showing allegedly he's been like hunting him. Like George felt, like how you said, felt like they were following him.
Like other police officers, like he's like, oh, look out for him. And they all look at him when he's out and about, like, oh, you're the guy that he was talking about.
But when people find out what kind of jail he's in, there's going to be another uproar over that. Like, people are going to be like, wait, he's in a jail where he's getting treated, like, really good? Are you freaking serious?
But look at my scales of justice in the future. There's going to be justice for George, just like I said. It's just not how...
It's not how people want.
It's not going to be how people want. I do see during this trial, they will be trying to slander George Floyd. I feel like, because I keep seeing... like they're asking for like inside or something about him, but I do see. Which
doesn't make any sense. I mean, they killed him. So what are you gonna do with? I mean,
but
I know. But I mean, they killed him. What else are you gonna do with evidence about him?
I do see them bringing up about George allegedly like an alternative lifestyle. Like I see like multiple wives or multiple girlfriends. I feel like they're gonna bring that up in court. They might even have these multiple girlfriends come into trial. Like you might even see them behind the thing.
Mm.
I
Will that
know.
woman come forward to say something about it? What woman?
He has a fiance.
He has
the
a
white
fiance,
lady.
but then he has other girlfriends.
He has other
on the
girlfriends
side.
too.
I feel like I see two white women being brought up on the stands.
I don't know for what though. I mean, what is that going to?
Because his fiance did say to stop. She's like,
but that doesn't.
You know.
I mean, but still, I mean, what?
I feel like
what's
they're
the
going
point
to
of bringing him up
question him.
there?
I feel like they're going to question him about
how he is.
like how he was. Did he treat you a certain way? Did you ever hear him talking about counterfeit and this? Like all sorts. It's just they're trying to bring up to sway the jury, to sway the public's perception. Because the police department, they really are fighting tooth and nail. Like, we are not going to be portrayed like this. Like, we're not. But they will make a major emphasis on his lifestyle. And I keep hearing multiple girlfriends, multiple wives, and lifestyle choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I keep getting the number 24? So the number 24 could add to a 6. So it might be like they might give him 24, but he might only end up getting 6 years because he keeps showing me 24.
Yeah.
Which is not right.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your next
The
question?
next question is the other 3 officers, 3 or 4 officers that were there.
Stood there doing nothing. Are they gonna go to jail or get charged with anything? They were fired, right? And that's about it?
They weren't fired.
What? They're just on administrative leave, I
That must have been
think.
someone else I'm thinking
Have
about.
the 4 officers been fired? Or the other 3 been fired?
I don't know.
It's very disgusting. I'm gonna tell you something. Did you guys see the video of George Floyd? They put him in the car because a lot of people were wondering. What happened?
Someone said they got fired, but some people are saying no.
Okay,
They
They
have
have all
been
been fired.
They should fire the men who came into Breonna Taylor's home. They need to fire them too.
I know.
When they put Floyd in the car, people were like, "What out of that truck?"
Wasn't he getting beat?
They had George Floyd. Look up the video. They had him handcuffed in the back of the truck, and you can see 3 officers, Chauvin and the other 2.
Thank you, Golden Goddess, for that. They sure need to.
In the back of the truck, beating up Floyd while he's handcuffed. And they have one officer standing outside the door looking around, making sure nobody sees.
People, they have cameras everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's disgusting.
So with those other officers, go ahead and...
I don't see them facing any charges. I did... I pulled this card. It's like the partnerships and alliances card. I feel like he might take the fall for them.
The main one?
Derek Chauvin might be like, hey, so all you guys don't get in trouble. I'll do my time.
Yeah. I definitely see one getting off for sure. I get the one... If you guys see that video when they were like beating him up at the back of the truck, I see one of them, I feel like he was shorter. He had like a bald head. I feel like one's getting away with it. One is getting away. One is turning in the other 2. One is like, I'm just diarrhea of the mouth. They're saying everything.
I get they ruined their lives though.
They sure did.
I got
they
that.
Can
That's
never
what
be
I just
police
heard.
again.
But I just got like they're like even if they try to get a regular job like at freaking like Home Depot or something, like people aren't gonna hire them. Like they basically ruined their lives.
Yep.
Aren't you that guy on the videotape who just stood there and people they're like, you ain't getting hired here.
Exactly.
And you deserve that.
I see 2 of them leaving the country. I feel like 2 of them will be like, I'm going to Mexico. I got to start over. I'm going to Spain. I'm going to Italy because they can't stay in them. I feel like a lot of death threats, but also they're afraid for their children's lives.
I got that. They are fear for their lives. Yeah. Like, man, my kids go to school, someone might kidnap my kid and kill my kid. Like, it's something like that. Like, they're really scared.
I just keep seeing Mexico. 2 are for sure going to like Mexico or Barbados, something. But I feel like I kind of feel this is what I keep getting.
People are gonna be pissed about getting charged. They're not getting really charged.
They're not getting.
Yeah,
they're really
it's
not.
like one of them's gonna be prosecuted for something, but they're not gonna do anything about it. It's like they're just gonna like drop the charges, like
accessory. They might be like accessories to manslaughter or something, but they're not gonna get any charges. Everything's gonna be focused on Chauvin. But one of them for sure, I feel like it's that bald-headed guy. He's short. He was standing outside of the car watching. I feel like he might come out publicly and apologize, or he's gonna speak up. He's gonna speak up. So I see. It's like all 4 charges are gonna be dropped. All charges will be dropped against all the officers, but then they're gonna bring something else with Chauvin.
I see his family like continue to pursue to get them charged.
Like it could even be like manslaughter. Like they might not get
That's what I
murder, they
wanna
might get
know.
manslaughter, something of that nature. But those other three, nah, no,
Yeah.
I see nothing.
Okay, what was the?
People want to know what will happen with the police force because of this. What changes will be made?
Like
What's going to be
nationwide?
happening? Yeah, nationwide.
Nationwide, that's a good question.
Because George Floyd isn't the only one, you know,
They just
trending right now.
I mean,
There's Breonna Taylor. There's a girl in Canada.
mom.
I don't know her name, how to pronounce her name, but the police actually threw her off 24 hours in her apartment.
What?
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know how to
She doesn't know
pronounce
her
her
name.
name. I don't pronounce it.
Oh,
If anybody
that's the girl
knows,
you were saying, they said she committed suicide. But
Yeah,
they said
her family's
they
like,
really
no.
pushed her off the roof.
24 floors. She fell to her death, and her family thinks that the cops pushed her off.
What's the girl's name?
I don't.
Yeah,
Reggie. Yeah, that was her name.
Regis.
Wow.
Yeah, her family's
But
like,
is there video?
no.
Wow.
They did push her to her death.
Wow.
That's
Rest in
horrible.
peace to those young women also.
Yeah.
Everybody. It's crazy.
Everybody.
Yeah. And don't forget about the women that have
Mhm.
died
Have
at
lost
the
their
hands of
lives.
police
Breonna
brutality.
Taylor.
You know?
Nobody's helping them out.
Let me see here. I see extensive changes in San Francisco. I see progressive states will make changes.
I got that too. Certain
So
states.
California,
Like New York, Georgia.
Yes.
I don't see really a lot of changes for those little small little hick towns where they think it's still 1920.
It's true. It's true. You will see though in where did this incident happen?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Oh, shoot. They burned a quarter of the city already. See the Minneapolis?
Be safe out there.
Black
oh my gosh.
women continue to be silenced. You know,
you gotta
speak
go
up.
vote,
Let their voices be
up,
heard.
Do a peaceful protest.
I was shocked. I was sitting here like, oh my goodness.
The only change I see being done to the police force in Minneapolis, they will bring in a black police chief. I don't see them.
I see them attempting to change their techniques. In this card, I got like them holding on to like this represents like the police baton. Like, oh, you can't do this. They're gonna try to enforce it and try to see if it works. That's what I'm seeing. They might have to do training and stuff like that. Yeah.
Whoever runs like the police force, like the people behind the scenes with the police, maybe like the chiefs, and I get very like race, like
someone said
like the good old boys club.
Black police chief. They have a black.
They have a black. Are they getting another one?
You know, I actually do get they actually are going to try to make like genuinely good changes. I see them actually doing it, and then like people are going to be happy. Like, look at this, we have them all wearing what do you call those? Body cam. So you guys are extra safe, and then they're going to stop doing it. Like they're just going to start, and then they're going to like when people calm down, a couple years later, it's going to be like the same BS basically.
You know what they're getting? I feel like they're getting a new police chief because this police chief, a lot of people are going to call for him to resign. Like you have blood on your hands. Like there's a lot of scandals in the background that are going to be coming out about the police chief, and they're going to put a new one. Will Black Lives even matter? Yeah, there's going to be a big change with a lot of police departments. But like I said, those little like the little small towns.
Little big towns ain't gonna do anything.
No, they're not going to do anything. George Floyd, Derek Chauvin knew each other. They worked at the same club years ago. Is he really dead? Was it planned to start this across the... No, George Floyd is actually dead.
Yeah, his soul straight up came to us like real quick.
Yes,
yeah,
he is actually passed on. This was not a setup. This was not a conspiracy theory. This actually happened.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do see big towns, very popular states like California and New York. I see them actually making changes and actually sticking to their changes. All the little hick towns are going to say they're going to do, and they're going to do it for a little bit, go back to their old ways. I did get the transformation card. I don't see a lot of changes until like real change like 2025 probably.
Yeah, not until a new police chief enters the force will there be real deal changes like later on or something.
Because Minnesota said it's actually very friendly. Like they said people there are really happy. So they said they were actually shocked this happened in their state. So that's why.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter, you guys.
Will they ever
Yeah.
matter?
Will they ever matter?
Oh, it happened down the street from your family home? Wow. Wow. What's the next question?
Will
They said, will Black Lives ever matter?
Oh.
That's a good question.
Thank you for that question.
I would say yes. I got a definite yes, and I get this because they said that they said African American people, the younger generation, is not taking this anymore. So there's going to be a lot more protests. They keep bringing up peaceful protests. They show people going like in the 1960s, like people of all different ethnicities coming together saying we are one. There's going to be a what do you call it? People are going to have a higher vibration. Their conscience is going to be lifted because everyone nowadays is like mixed anyways. So they're like, hey, you kill my black brother, my freaking nephew's half black.
Yeah.
So I do see things actually change for Black Lives Matter, but I don't get it. There's really going to change maybe like
yes
20,
and
like
no.
2030, 2040, things are actually like really start to change for black people. They won't see us as basically not people.
I'm going to say this. This is not the end. There's going to be another police killing, but it's not a black guy. It is an Asian man. It will incite a gigantic race war and a gigantic race riot. I get sadness. I feel like crying
Lord.
right now. I'm already feeling his family's reaction. Like, it's gonna be crazy. I see an Asian man dying at the hands of police. And the Asians are gonna rise up.
That's good.
And they are gonna be attacking places just like this is going on. So this is not the only one. I feel like this may come this year or next year.
They had something like that in the 80s. We watched the thing about
the name like George Chan. George Chan. I may be wrong with the name.
The documentary.
But I can't give him the name George.
He was like, what was that guy's name already? You could be picking up on someone already passed away.
His name is George Chan.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because
we watched the documentary about it being Asian in America when
and
he
they
came.
killed, yeah.
And the guy only had to pay like $50.
Yeah,
that was his sentence.
Yeah.
There's an Asian man. I see like Jesus Christ. I see like Jeannie Mai like on TV. I see like a lot of Asian people. I see black and Asians coming together. For this.
That's good.
So it's not just going to be like the Asians standing up for whatever police brutality comes to this man. I even feel like this man might even have been with his little girl when this happens. Like he might be walking down the street with his little girl. Oh, he said he showed me a picture of his little girl. So when he does pass, he's like, my little girl, something. But black people will come together with the Asians. Hispanics will come together with the Asians. Whites, like every ethnicity will come together with the people are going to be shocked.
That's good. We need to come together. Unfortunately, we should, someone should have to die for people to come together.
Yeah. But Black Lives, yeah, they the collective consciousness is starting to open up and raise about
the younger generation is not going to take it
general.
anymore. Yeah,
exactly.
And like I said, everyone's mixed race right now. People date, different cultures nowadays. People are like, why are we fighting each other? It's like come together, let's love each other.
Exactly.
I do see within the black community. I do know that this happens now where they like will out people like, oh, you did all those racist tweets. But I see more racist, like them uncovering racist tweets about people like thought you were for the black community. So I see that definitely happening.
Wow.
Even from it's weird they said even like from black people like black people saying stuff about black people. Other black people are going to be like, you said that about black people, and they're like, oh, it's the truth. But it's like people are like, you can't fight fire with fire. Type of mentality.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of anti-black comments.
Yeah.
Being made by black people being exposed.
T.I. is really taking this George Floyd.
He was on the news.
He's taking it to the heart. Like, sad. Like,
well, he's up there. He said, like, he's basically talking to the governor of Atlanta. Like, he was up there, like, telling people, like, hey, don't treat Atlanta bad.
I've been kicked out T.I.
Yeah, true. I just see him, like, taking it really, really harsh.
Is he a Pisces? No, he's a
Libra.
He's a Libra.
Oh,
but if somebody said, what about Hispanics?
Oh, like, will there be
a change?
Will there be a change for Hispanics?
Latinos.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I got a while.
I get like not until like 2050 will the culture truly change.
Embrace everybody being heard.
Hispanics. This is what I see. It's a cycle. It's like blacks, Asians, Hispanics. That's how I see how it's gonna go.
Yeah, Native Americans. Can't forget the Native Americans.
Exactly. That's how I see it.
But I also get with like the Hispanic community. I do see them trying. I do see them that they're trying. I'm seeing like a woman could be getting killed next, and they'd be like, "Hey, you know,
Wow.
what about a woman, a Hispanic woman getting killed?" And people are
By
like,
the police?
"Hey, by the police." Mostly, or within her own community, and I see Hispanic people being like, "Well, why is there violence going on in this community, in our communities?
Yeah.
We should stop." And I also
Yeah.
see that for the Black community too. Like Black people being like, "What are we doing with these gangs? Like,
Mhm.
what is all of this?
Oh,
What is
okay.
all this? Like, you know, people talk about, you know, cops killing black people in different ways. Like, we kill each other too. Like, let's actually
Okay, so
look in the mirror.
So you see like kind of like an awakening.
An
Like
awakening.
a
Black
conscious
community.
awakening, but we need to stop fighting each other.
Like, look at all these statistics. Black women and kids die every day. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I actually do see the Hispanic community rising, actually. I see them actually protesting, too. Like I said, all this stuff is happening for a reason to raise people's consciousness.
But I mean, like, in terms of, like, the shift in terms of, like,
everybody
being
coming
fully
together.
embraced, it's about...
No, I see that, like, 2040, 2050.
That's what I'm saying,
I said.
like,
until everybody's like, oh, you know, we are one. Let's love each other.
This Hispanic woman that I got the number, it's either 2024 or 2034
I got choking.
when this woman will pass.
I got choking. I see her getting choked to death.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like her kids, I got like her kids were there. This happened in front of her kids.
Like I feel like they might
something
say like
like
she's
that.
on drugs or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, we had to calm her down, so we had to put her on the ground." They like choked her to keep supposedly her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And what was your question about?
Someone asked about, will these officers get karma? Their karma is already that they're booted out.
Like, no, and their life's over.
And
they can't get jobs.
They can't get
People
jobs. Nothing. This has happened before, but the person didn't pass. Like somebody putting like one of those officers or Chauvin putting the knee on the neck, but the person didn't pass, but literally was seeing the big white light, like was that close to going.
Yeah,
I feel like they got paid off. Look at my abundance card. They got paid off. They shut the case and
I also see with like the change happening. I do see people, like how I said, like people are gonna start calling out like people being anti-black. I see that racists are gonna be like, oh well, these people are racist towards us. I don't know, just say for example, oh,
you mean let's be racist towards them?
Not like that. It's just like, oh, this group of people is racist towards this people. Why should we care about their issues? But it's gonna become something bigger. Like police are killing everybody.
Oh,
they're not just killing black people. Then like Asian people are like, oh, I don't care. I'm not black, so why should I care? It's more people going to be like, well, they could kill anybody. Look at what has happened.
Look at what's happened. I keep getting there will be a dramatic shift in the consciousness when this Asian man dies. A dramatic, like Asians are gonna be like, whoa.
It's happened before in the 80s. I think it was the 80s or 90s. They killed like two white guys.
They beat him.
They beat him up and they killed him. Like they were in a bar or at a club. He was walking outside by himself and they beat him to death. His mom was on all the news stations saying, I want justice for my son. And they only had to pay $50. They walked away and people were protesting. I was like, that is ridiculous.
And I do see people, for some reason, I'm getting people talking about how they were once prejudiced or racist. Being like, I did feel that way against this group of people. But I see what I looked at myself and
go ahead.
I'm admitting like I'm a changed person. Pretty much.
That's
like I really didn't care. That person got because I'm not black and black people do this and this. But then that woman who got killed or that man, I knew them. Or, you know, I see you. That's why people say, like, I see you guys.
Yep. You know what it is? There is going to be things about something about either racist tweets or video or phone calls or text messages about T.I.'s viewpoint of white people is coming out. T.I. will then work where he says, I see him making a coalition with the white cops of Atlanta. And not just Atlanta, across the country. Like, I'm going to start an initiative to improve race relations between the African American community and the white cops. Like, I want to get them into training. Like, there's something like, I see T.I. is really going to try and create like a change. So I'm concerned about T.I.'s life, though. I don't see him passing.
Like health issues?
No, like I don't see passing, but
T.I. irritates
I feel like I feel like T.I. there could be like
like attempted murder, maybe.
No, like
what do you mean his
I want to leave this earth, like because like I
talking about
I see drinking, I see lots of
Making it very
depression, bringing in the
Oh.
house, lights off, stuff like that.
Going
But-
in his Libra.
exactly
Going deep in Libra.
deep. But we will not hear about this publicly. I
Yeah,
even hear
very-
Tiny like I'm concerned, but she's not going to say it.
Yeah.
Something of that nature. But you will see his rise when he wants to work with the white cops and improve race relations, and he'll talk about how he used to deal with them and his experiences and stuff like that.
Somebody asked about the Middle Eastern community.
Oh,
I remember. I see that you guys predict the fire. There's a fire.
oh,
I don't remember. I don't remember what I said.
yeah.
What we said.
Someone said, "Is this a past life occurrence with the two men?"
Oh.
What I'm getting with the Middle Eastern community, I got
Life purpose.
so they were meant to meet up in this lifetime and have some type of.
I want to respect his legacy, so please don't take it as I'm crossing the line. His soul told me this is what I came here for.
There are certain souls who do. They
Okay.
Yes. So please don't take it as we're being insensitive. We're trying not to be.
Someone said so. This was his life purpose. They asked that earlier.
And this was his life purpose. When that question was asked, this is the card that came out. And it's in the past position. Past life position. Past. So this was what he came here to do. This is my earth card. He came to earth for that. This is grounding. Earth. He came for that. This is forgiveness. Past life. Karma. His incident wasn't karma, but he came here to spark change. That's what his soul was here for. The scales were out of balance, and he came here to help bring the scales into balance.
Exactly. Perfect. That's a good way of putting it.
Yes.
Then what was our next question? You said the Trump administration. You said something about, what was your question? You said something about
How will the Trump administration?
No, you said something like, is this gonna affect voting or something like that? Or you said something like
Did you write it down?
No.
It was something about like this Black Lives Matter, how will it affect the presidential election? I think it was something
I think
like
that was like that.
It was something like that.
Yeah. Let's see in general. What's George Trump? Fucking George. I mean, not
Donald
George
Trump.
Donald Trump. Jesus
You
Christ.
guys go. Everybody needs to go out there and vote. You guys see how Donald Trump is handling this? He's over there more concerned about Twitter and freedom of speech than actually saying anything
And
about
keeping his racist
the
voters
riots, about the protests,
voting
and
for him.
people trying to get make sure that Black people are safe. Black Lives Matter. He's saying, I don't care about Black lives at all. That's what he's saying. So go out there and vote. I mean, Biden's the only one left, so you might as well vote for Biden.
Exactly, because
And he's down with the Black people.
Exactly.
So.
We'll tell you this right now. Trump is heading towards a win. Can we change our future? We sure
Yes,
the hell
you can.
But as of
Vote.
right now,
Donald Trump's winning.
Donald Trump's winning. You guys might be like, what? With all this going on? Energetically, he's ahead of Biden. Energetically. And if this is like the finish line, Trump is standing right there and Biden's
all the way back.
So, but Trump hasn't crossed the finish line yet. So everybody don't forget about this, because a lot of people, time passes and you forget, and November comes around and I don't feel like getting up to go vote, and my vote doesn't matter.
I think you can vote. You can vote. You don't have to get up and go vote. You can vote by mail. You can vote early.
You can vote on the internet.
No excuses. You can go by even by the internet.
No one forget this and get up and go to the polls, because that is the most important.
Exactly.
Get new mayors.
Exactly. Within your city, figure out who's running stuff.
Start caring about those random things you get in the mail about your public officials, and not just the presidential election. Because a lot of the people, the little people under the president, are running your state and allowing police officers
to get away with
this stuff. So we need to educate ourselves and get new people in there. Start voting. But you guys, Trump is almost at the finish line energetically.
And like I said, he don't care. He cares more about Twitter than Black lives. So obviously he's telling you exactly how he's going to continue to treat you guys or us, the people of color. That's how he's going to continue to treat you. Like, he don't care.
Exactly.
Research your judges.
Get new judges.
Exactly.
Everybody who, not only minorities, but people who
Everybody.
are white, everybody.
Everyone.
That's just
You know,
everybody.
teach your children about this. Tell your children to become the lawyers, to become the doctors who care, to become citizens of change. You know, it's everybody, and let's, you know, raise our children to do better than what we did.
That's
You
a good
know?
question. She said, "How will Biden do?" I guess with the black community, if he actually does win.
Oh,
That's a good question.
That is a good question. But I'll tell you this about Trump, though, before we go to that. Trump actually did hit Trump. He was like, damn, that sucks. That's how I feel. I like, oh, shit. Like, wow.
Really?
I actually get that. This is my I am presence card.
You mean about the guy dying? Like he actually felt bad about it?
Like, whoa, that really happened?
Please.
No.
I know you're saying that, but I'm just
that's
like...
about as far as it went. Like, whoa, wow. But other than that, he gets back to business, and I gotta make sure I keep my people voting for me and keep these.
It was like for a minute. Oh, I feel bad.
Rooting and race rights and stuff like that. Did you guys see the video where somebody put a pile of bricks, and people were like, "These bricks aren't always by this glass building," and they put it there for the rioters because they knew those people were gonna take them bricks and throw them at them. You know what I mean? Like, it's been, let's keep these riots and looting and stuff going on.
I see though, if Biden does win, they said that Biden will actually make drastic changes. They said he will actually make people of color and people who are like racist like work together.
Yep.
I'm gonna talk about just black people. I'm talking about everybody. Like make them all work together, make them sit in a room together, and be like, hey, you guys are all human beings. We all make the world, you know, America a great place, the world a great place. Let's work together. I do see him hiring like mostly people of color to work for him.
His vice presidential pick may be Kamala Harris.
Oh, wow.
I see a black woman next to him. If it's not Kamala Harris, it will be an ethnic woman being his vice presidential running mate. But I feel like it may be Kamala Harris, and I could be wrong.
Yeah, but Biden is gonna. I hate saying it like this, but Biden's gonna use what happened. Well, basically, he's gonna be like, hey, you know, let's see what's happening to people of color. He's gonna use this basically for his like whole like I guess 4-year term. Like he's basically gonna be always trying to help people of color.
Yep.
Put them on top, try to equalize them. Or us, I don't know, I keep saying that. But everybody, and then that's how he's going to end up winning again if you guys do vote for him.
Black girl
Exactly.
magic.
Exactly. Okay? And I just want to let all of you guys know, I'll repeat it again for those of you that are having a hard time, you know, dealing with this, with George Floyd, and for those of you who are empaths and hurting a lot, please go to our Instagram and check out the post that we put. I was telling you, I was talking about how to deal with this, and for the healers, and how for us to rise as a collective, what we can do to make that change.
She said, Stacey,
and as an empath, what you can do to heal yourself and be a part of that change, you know? And it doesn't always have to be about protesting, because some people they're like, I'm scared to go protesting. I talked in that video what you can do to help make that change as a collective consciousness and to heal, you know, millions of people without them knowing. So check out that video on our Instagram. That link is in the description box below. Do we have another question, or do you guys have any other questions?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah. But let me see. How is this going to affect Donald Trump? Like for the next couple months?
That's
what it is.
Donald Trump? Or will Donald Trump be making any changes in the black community? Yeah. Let's see, will Donald Trump make any changes in the black community?
Social media.
Trump will try and use this to his advantage. I do see that. I wouldn't be shocked if Trump even goes on MSNBC to talk, or like besides Fox. But he will.
I see Donald Trump threatening people.
I see like some type of executive decision.
With what?
Yeah, with what though?
I see him threatening people like, hey, if you guys keep killing black people, you're gonna be prosecuted. You're going to jail automatically. You ain't getting no fear. Like, not even like, you're not even going to trial. We got you on videotape. You're going to jail. But then he's actually not going to do it. He's just gonna threaten, but he's not gonna do it. He's gonna use it because black people are gonna be like, when people call him, be like, oh my God, he's gonna do something. Actually, but he's not gonna do it.
Yes.
Don't fall for the BS.
Don't fall for it.
He's tricking you guys.
He's gonna use this to his advantage. Because I'll tell you something. George Floyd's brother, I think he was on MSNBC. Don't quote me on the news station. But he has said, and if it wasn't a news station, it was a newspaper, because I read it really quick yesterday. He said he talked to Joe Biden, and Joe Biden actually heard him out. And he actually said, I've never pleaded with a man, you know, to save someone. And I pleaded with him, please don't let my brother
his death
go down in vain. I don't want him on one of those t-shirts. I don't want him ending up being on a t-shirt that never got justice.
Or a hashtag.
So get this about Donald Trump. He talks about what Donald Trump said to him. He said Joe Biden, I was able to talk to him. He said Donald Trump, he said I didn't even get a word in. I couldn't even get a word in. He was like, it was a quick call, and basically he's like, when I tried to tell Donald Trump how I felt, Donald Trump wouldn't even like, he was like, I felt like he didn't care. He kept brushing me off. And he was like, it was such a fast phone call. I'll tell you this though, but I actually do see Melania in the background trying to help. Like calling like people in Minneapolis, like, hey, what can I do to help? Like, really, I feel like Melania Trump has really been like, oh, like took it to heart. Like, oh my God, that man was murdered in broad daylight. So I actually see she is actually trying to help in the background. We just won't hear about it.
She's actually a good person. She's not a bad person at all. You know, she does stuff. But,
yes.
You know,
did you see a question? I saw you like looking at something and you're like, oh.
Oh, somebody's been asking about will there be mass shootings during protesting?
Oh.
Tamia, thank you. I just saw your comment like 20 times. We haven't even forget about you.
Shooting. Steven Jackson. I don't know who that is. I don't watch the news. Mass shooting. You guys be safe. You guys need to be safe out there. Wear your mask, though.
For some reason, I'm getting there might be a there's gonna be a shooting.
I feel staged though. I feel it's a staged.
Yeah.
I got.
We're gonna go there.
Shooting.
We're gonna do this.
These are two people working together.
It's a white guy.
Really?
I got it's a white guy. Yeah. He's gonna go this opportunity to shoot some people. I'm gonna shoot people. It's almost if he would have been one of those people in high school who was like, I want to kill some people because I'm angry at the world. So he's gonna go there instead and start shooting at people.
Yeah, be safe in the protests, please.
Wear your mask, like I said.
And I feel like the shooting's gonna happen in a place where you guys don't expect it. So a lot of people, your first instinct might be, oh, it's gonna happen in Atlanta. Oh, it's gonna happen in Minneapolis. It's not like that. It's gonna happen maybe at a small protest or just somewhere where it's a peaceful protest.
Whoever's doing it, I get that their energy, it's like they just want to feel, they just want to know what it feels like to try to kill someone. Like that's that's how they feel.
But see, me and Candace, we see a stage. There could be maybe multiple shootings. You could be picking up on
I see one.
We're picking up on a stage shooting. Because I keep getting stage. See,
like, the police department stage.
I got it staged because they want people to just like get out of there. Like, please stop. Like, please stop. We're gonna shoot so everybody gets out and runs home.
Yes.
And then nobody's protesting anymore. Okay, we did our job.
Exactly.
So
wow.
Please stay. Even if it's set up, please be safe. Please.
Yeah, please be safe out there.
You know, put your cell phone down. Be diligent. Look around you. You know.
Yeah.
You had your cell phone.
I do see a lot of Black people though trying to get more into positions of power because of this. I see lots of progressive change within the Black community.
The younger generation, like the people who were in their like 24, 36, they're all going to be doing like changes.
Yeah. Like
actually becoming like little governors of their state, trying to become mayor, like actually doing things for the Black community because Black people are like freaking tired.
Yeah. Does George Floyd have kids? Because he keeps coming to me saying, my kids. I get lots of sadness. He's like, my kids. Like, and he's like crying. So does anybody know if he has children? Will there be more Democrats in the Senate for the next election? We'll save like that stuff for like another video.
They said he has a 22-year-old. He has a daughter.
He has a daughter.
I think someone said 22.
Does he have more children? Because he keeps saying kids.
But his brother
did he work with kids?
His brother said he coaches sometimes, and he might be saying like the kids he coaches are his kids.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
A 22-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
2 kids.
Because I get very lots of sadness about his children. There will be things coming out in the public about Chauvin and cheating and maybe like porn, addiction. Like there's things coming out about Chauvin too. Like there's gonna be some stuff coming out about his lifestyle. Something about
someone said there's gonna be a COVID outbreak, a resurgence of COVID. Let me see. That's a good question.
I see another resurgence of COVID in Atlanta. In the summertime, June, July, something of that nature. I see another resurgence, but it's not going to be across the United States.
It being that bad. Yeah. I honestly don't see it. It might be like you might hear maybe like 15 people in the state of Georgia got COVID from protesting, but it's not going to be that bad.
Yeah, it's not going to be nationwide like how it was the first time, but you will hear resurgences in certain areas where there's like mass protests.
When you go out and protest, they said vitamin D. Take vitamin D before you go out and protest.
Yeah. You're gonna start seeing even more like celebrities and influencers out there protesting.
Well, everyone's on Twitter and stuff. That was horrible. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was shocked. And rest in peace to George Floyd. This was a devastating and
It was a murder, man. It was ridiculous.
horrible
I mean,
incident.
I just.
Yes, and if you guys want to know about Ahmaud Arbery, will there be charges against him? We did a video saying that there will be saying if there will be charges. And see what else we bring up about the video, but definitely this was a very unfortunate incident. I was shocked.
I think when I saw the video. I think everybody was like, "Holy smokes! Like, what the heck?" I mean, disgusting.
It was a mass wake up call for the collective consciousness. A mass wake up call.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Breonna Taylor. That's what the other question was. For you guys who don't know Breonna Taylor, you go ahead and explain it. I only know a little bit, but
she was like 25, 26. Her and her boyfriend were at their house, and the SWAT team, they just came and did a raid, and they shot 20 times, and 8 of those bullets happened to shoot her, and she died. Her boyfriend was actually arrested, and they said that he pulled out his gun. He thought somebody was breaking in. And self-defense, he accidentally shot a cop in the leg because he thought somebody was breaking into their home. He was arrested for, they said he was going to get charged with attempted murder for hurting that police officer. I want to know, people want to know.
For job.
No, I'm talking about the officers, everybody who shot at the house. They said they did a raid. They just came in and...
So will they ever go to jail? Will they
actually did a video for Breonna Taylor, and we saw that the boyfriend was not going to go to jail. Mm-hmm. Charges were dropped,
but the police officers that did it, what's going to happen?
But we didn't put the video up because it was already too late.
Yeah, it was already out. Too late. Charges had got dropped. So. We were like,
can't put it out. Yeah.
How many officers were involved?
I don't know. I think it was like there was a group of them.
I see 2 officers being charged. They're not going to get away with this. 2 out of the group.
I don't know how many, but
I don't see, if there was a big group, all of them are not getting charged. There's at least 2 there was 4. 2 out of the 4 are being charged in the Breonna Taylor case, but we will not hear about this maybe till
I got that was gonna be a long drag out case.
Yeah,
they're doing it on purpose. They're trying to deflect people from paying attention.
Her family said that they can't get answers. So every time we try to see what's going on, they're not saying anything.
Yeah, there's what do you see? Do you see any of the officers that had, unfortunately did that to her? Will they get charged?
For some reason, I don't know if one of them might turn themselves in.
I got that too.
One of them might be like, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen to me?
Yeah.
He actually feels bad though. He's actually like, oh my God.
Yeah, look at this guy. His head down. Because I keep hearing I'll admit to this guilty charge.
Yeah.
I'll admit. And he's bringing down someone else.
Well, somebody said there was 4.
Admission.
Yeah, that's why I gave you the number 4. There have to be 4 of them there.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you number half. I think actually I agree with you. Only 2 of them going to get prosecuted. I do see a 3rd one just stepping forward and be like, yeah, I was part of it.
But
that wasn't right.
I got Breonna Taylor's soul is kind of like, at least something happened. At least some people know what happened to me. Mm-hmm. If not everybody gets charged, at least something happened, for my family.
Yeah. 2, yeah, for sure 2. I'm just seeing visions of some things.
I'll tell you one thing, Breonna Taylor's family, you guys need to light a candle for her or do some kind of ceremony because her soul's still in shock. Her soul, she had when I connected with her soul, she was one of those people who she got shot and her soul left and she was like, wait a minute, why am I here? Why am I on the other side? She was actually shocked, wait, what? Why am I here? So you guys need to help her 100% go to the other side because because she keeps showing herself with her boyfriend. She's comforting the boyfriend. So I wouldn't be shocked if he's like, oh, I smell her all the time. I feel her around me all the time. She's going back and forth.
I got that soul in limbo and I heard her say, I wasn't ready to go.
Yeah, because she's like, I was too young. She just got her nursing degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, mm-hmm. So you guys need to do a prayer.
And even if this does not get to her family members, you guys I keep getting yellow for her. Light a yellow candle and help her soul pass. Tell her we're definitely going to do this after. Light a candle for her and help her soul transition to the other side because her soul is not fully at peace.
It's not.
Yeah, she really is there for the. She really like she's on the boyfriend, like on her soul is like this on him, like like on him. So she's still earthbound. That's what it is.
So maybe you guys can, I don't know, tell her family.
Yeah,
or
but
do
there,
a
well, I
New
feel like
Year's ceremony
I might be
or
off of my timing, but I feel like it could be towards the end of the year when we finally hear charges. Maybe even the end of next year when we finally hear charges with these 2 officers out of the 4 that went after Breonna Taylor. I do see major black figures like Al Sharpton. I'm just using Al Sharpton as a reference, but I want to let you guys kind of, understand how I'm saying. Like major black community leaders in the background are making sure they're like they're speaking with the people in the background in regards to Breonna Taylor. I feel like they're like, no, like they're making sure. They're like, no, these men need to go down. I see that. I see that big time. But George Floyd definitely appreciates everyone protesting in his honor, protesting for Black Lives Matter. Yeah, he really does appreciate it, and he's telling me that there's going to be very big changes in his community, not just in Minneapolis but with the African American community. He's showing me like major changes. Like I feel like they're going to dedicate maybe like a youth center or something to the kids.
Oh, that's nice.
In his honor. I see lots of like black leadership coming out of Minneapolis because of this. And I keep seeing something like a focus, like Agents of Change, like a focus with the children in his community. So he keeps saying, I'm so glad I didn't die in vain. That's what he keeps telling me. And I keep seeing all this yellow light around him and different things like that. And George Floyd, it's funny because he's coming through and I see him trying to reach Breonna Taylor. He says, Breonna Taylor, I've got your back. So it's like he's even trying to go to her. I see his soul going through the other realms, trying to bring her to the other side.
I got the chills.
You got chills?
I got the chills.
You can see all the goosebumps on your arms. My hair's standing up.
Yeah, they're protesting in London and Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
In London, they said that they kill black people out there too.
Yeah, it's funny that when you brought up London, there will be a major police shooting with a black person in London.
Oh Lord!
Wow.
It could be like a couple, and maybe the husband dies.
Ireland too. Oh,
something of that nature. Yeah, there's something gonna be big in London that's gonna hit too. In terms of like police brutality, or even like
in Britain,
they're even going to bring up something about the police terrorizing children in the like the quote unquote ghetto communities in like Britain. It's we're going to hear something like that, but this is about a few years, maybe like 2024.
Wow.
Did you guys see that fire go higher when I said that just now? Like they're going to bring it up in 20, like they're going like they're terrorizing the children in the communities in like Britain or something. Like it's gonna be more coming out. Like a lot of people are gonna bring a lot to the forefront. So
thanks for
rest in peace, George Floyd. Rest in peace to those that have also passed at the hands of police and rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. And you guys continue to pray. You guys continue to light your candles, heal yourself, heal others, pray for yourself, pray for others. Go to Instagram, watch that video to know what you can do to heal yourself and heal the collective consciousness. And
until next time.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Until next time, guys.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, Sage up in here.